A crew is an assembly of labor and equipment. And for this example, I'm going to select a crew. This is a list of crews that have been created in the Setup Crew function. And I'm going to select a crew. I'm going to hit my Tab key, and then I'm going to hit F4 or click on the three-dot box, and I will see the productivity factor. Now, the productivity factor applies the rate by the factor to determine the number of hours, the crew hours for this crew. And you see a lot of these are inverses of each other. Here's units per hour, hours per unit. Here's another inverse, man hours per unit and units per man hour. And then I have a dollar per crew unit. So let's say I know that it costs $10 per foot. It will then calculate the number of hours. I can just simply put in shifts and put the number of shifts. Another inverse, units per shift and shifts per unit, and then crew hours. And for this example, I'm going to select the units per hour. And I could just type it in if I know the actual factor. And I'm going to say 0.5 units per hour. So in this case, it takes 2 hours to complete one unit, one flared in section, or a total of 10 hours. Now, if I continue to tab, I can select a calendar. And this calendar will apply the overtime factor. And you notice here, 5/12, my overtime factor is 116.67%, except for the pipe foreman who is a salaried in this example. If I tab again, I have the workers' comp, and there is my drainage workers' comp code right there with the appropriate rate, or I can select another one if I want to. And you see there my hours per shift is 12. Now I can always come back and look at the calculations, right click, show calculation, and see the various components of these labor calculations or equipment calculations. Now if I want to modify this crew, I don't do it here. I don't apply this, I don't change the pieces right here. I actually go up to the modify crew routine, which is we call the cat in the hat. And I apply the modifications here. I can delete pieces of equipment. And I will be only modifying the crew for this activity. It will be unique inside this activity. So you don't have to worry about this changing the crew for any of the other setup unless you copy the crew setup down here, and there's some options to do that. So when I go to close, the crew has been updated for activity 010 for bid item 90.